A veterans charity is expanding in northeast Wisconsin, and at some point you might be asked to donate to that group. Last night, Fox 11 Investigates reported on the Veterans Assistance Foundation and how the group uses a telemarketing company to raise money. But we also learned that only about 10% of the donations actually make it to the charity. What can you do to improve the chances that at least most of your money goes where you want it to go? Here's Fox 11's Robert Hornacek.
The Veterans Assistance Foundation, based in Tomah, offers programs to help homeless veterans and veterans on the verge of becoming homeless, like Eason Hudson.
Where do you think you'd be without the help that you received?
Probably either living at the shelter of my church or just out on the streets.
Hudson spent 4 years in the Marine Corps and served in Iraq and Afghanistan. Unable to pay his rent, Hudson turned to the Veterans Assistance Foundation, and thanks to a federal grant, the organization paid Hudson's rent for 2 months.
If they wouldn't have paid that, I probably would have got evicted.
Hudson is one of more than a dozen veterans caseworker Sally Swanson has helped in less than 2 months.
How much need is there?
There is an enormous amount of need.
Swanson says getting services to veterans in need isn't easy or cheap. The Veterans Assistance Foundation receives approximately $1 million a year in government grants, but that money doesn't cover everything.
There's just additional costs in order for someone like myself to be out in 6 counties or 4 counties or even 1 county. We have to be able to get to the vets wherever they are at.
To get that additional money, the charity hires a private fundraising company. Fox 11 Investigates reviewed the charity's tax returns from 2009 through 2012. And in just 4 years, the professional fundraising company raised $4.7 million in the name of homeless veterans. But just over $460,000 went to the charity. The company raising the money brought in nearly $4.3 million. The charity's founder and CEO, Bob Piero, acknowledged that the percentage of donations the organization gets to keep isn't very good.
When you get 10% or 12% or whatever, that's not much on a dollar. That isn't very much money at all. I can understand.
Do you realize how bad that looks to some people?
Oh, yes, I do. I don't donate to somebody when they ask that to.
Fox 11 Investigates shared the charity's fundraising data with Jerry Paulus, the Veterans Service Officer in Brown County.
I was not aware of this breakdown. I'm a little surprised by it, that they raised that much money and what their costs are to raise that money.
Do you think people would donate as much money as they do to a group like this if they knew 10 cents of every dollar was going to go actually to help veterans?
Probably not. Probably not. I would not, and I think a high percentage of people would not if they knew that.
Kind of disturbing, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, you'd think more money would go towards the people who need help.
Even though Hudson is being helped by the group, he says the charity should be getting a better deal.
The cause is good. Don't get me wrong, the cause is great, but the distribution part could be handled differently.
The Veterans Assistance Foundation is certainly not the only charity that uses a private fundraising company. Many other charities do the same thing. So what should you do if a group calls you asking for money? Well, make sure you ask how much of each donation goes to the charity. The caller has to tell you that information. Also, research the organization on your own. And if you decide to give money, give it directly to a charity. That way you'll be sure that more of your money actually goes to the cause. For Fox 11 Investigates, I'm Robert Hornacek.
At fox11online.com, not only can you watch Robert's original report, but you can also find tips on charity fundraising and how to research charities on your own. Still to come on this Thanksgiving night, what New York